Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
And this week we're watching Star Trek Enterprise's Countdown. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. Three, two, one.
Get back in the room. Comedy is a word.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
How's your week been? New contract this week, right?
New contract, new hours, and I am loving it already.
Oh, nice.
I'm really going to like these hours. Yeah. No, not working more than 2 days in a row. I like it.
Yeah, well, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yep, certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
Not arguing, though the days are also just starting to calm down a little bit. So
As in getting quiet.
Yeah, getting a little bit quieter. Not quiet, but quieter.
Right.
Yeah, so we still get a lot of walk-ins, all that kind of stuff. So it's still busy enough, but just not hectic busy.
Well, that's good.
So I'm okay with that.
Nice. What have I been up to? My week's been pretty quiet. It's mostly been work. Starfleet Academy has officially been cancelled.
I saw of something. I wasn't able to stop and look because you're my news on everything.
So season 2 will still go out because it got filmed already.
Yeah.
But there will not be a season 3.
So
that's it.
Why, how, and was there any actual discussion on why they decided to do this?
It didn't meet the targets that it had to for viewers.
So a few million people wasn't enough?
No. Neither was the 83% Rotten Tomatoes score from critics or the overwhelming positivity response from a bunch of people wasn't enough.
So what do they need? 99%?
Not criticism.
Okay, so then nothing's ever going to last more than a season or two ever again.
Maybe not.
Because nothing's going to last that.
Maybe not. So even William Shatner, who I imagine did not watch the show, I can't imagine William Shatner watching it.
I can't see him sitting down and watching anything, to be honest.
No, that's right. But anyway, he posted a tweet or, post on socials about how saddened he was to hear that a Star Trek show was cancelled and that the implication was that it was cancelled because it was too woke. And then he went on this whole thing about how Star Trek's always been woke. We were woke in the 60s when we had the first interracial kiss on television. That's the point of Star Trek. Star Trek is woke. So I am saddened to hear that this show has been cancelled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, well said, Captain. This is why you're the captain.
That's right. That's why everybody loves you.
Well said, Bill. If you're listening, Bill.
Yeah. Come on our podcast and talk about this with us.
Yeah. And I did do a quick little ABC radio interview for this podcast.
Yes.
It literally lasted about 2 minutes, if that. It was supposed to go for between 5 and 10 when they pitched it to me, and then they were running late. So by the time I got on, they were like, "Oh, what does live long and prosper mean?" And I was like, "It means live long and prosper." I'm not sure what the question is.
Yeah, that's it. Didn't you? It sums itself up.
And then he asked how I got into Star Trek, and I gave him a quick little answer, and then that was about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So he mentioned the name of the podcast a couple of times. So if you're in Tasmania and you happen to be listening to ABC Radio and you're here because of that,
welcome.
Welcome. Yeah. And let us know. Let us know that it was worth our time. But anyway, we got radio promotion for our podcast.
Excellent.
So that's pretty exciting.
Sounds like it was small promotion, but any promotion is good promotion.
That's right. That's right.
And we'd love to hear from any Tasmanian Trekkies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If there's a few of us, maybe we could all get together and have a little Tassie Trek Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be fun. So yeah, get in touch if you're listening from Tassie. All right, let's get into this week's episode. It is Countdown, written by Andre Bormanis and Chris Black, directed by
Someone you can't pronounce, right?
No, Ensign Tom Paris.
Oh, nice.
Robert Duncan McNeil.
Sweet.
The air date was May 19th, 2004, and the IMDb synopsis reads: while the Reptilians force Hoshi to decipher a launch code, the Primates, Arboreals and Archer think of a way to stop the Xindi weapon. The end.
Oh, come on. Last time we had like this whole novel.
I know. This is one sentence. The episode won an Emmy Award
for
Outstanding Special Visual Effects for a Series, beating last week's episode, The Council, which was also nominated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you that doesn't hold up.
Well, you know, those early 2000s computer graphics, pretty special.
Yeah. To be fair, they were pretty awesome at the time.
They're pretty good. And they're still not that bad.
Well, yeah, they're not terrible, but
not the external ship ones anyway. No. The insectoids could do with an overhaul.
A bit of a polish up.
Yeah. All right, let's go watch it.
Alrighty.
And we're back from watching Countdown. Tom, what did you think?
It was okay. It was good, actually. It wasn't too bad.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it wasn't like, great, fantastic Trek. Everyone should run out and watch this episode or anything. But I mean, it was good. It was a good episode. It got the story moving. Everyone was good in it. Like, it was good to watch.
They even, for an action-heavy episode where they're trying to move us into the finale, they took the time to do a couple of character beats. Whether they were successful or not is another question.
Exactly.
But they took the time to do some of that character work, which I feel like they've sort of neglected a little bit in some of these episodes.
Certainly have.
So I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
But
not successful, like you said, as well.
The
partly.
The Hayes and Reed stuff is never successful. I just think it's
they didn't hit it.
I'm glad they killed him off.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sick of
it. Yeah,
I'm sick of that dynamic. So I'm glad that he's gone.
Yeah.
No offense to that actor.
No. It's not that. It was they just didn't write it well enough. Like they just didn't. He didn't have anything to work with.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought the Xindi stuff moved along nicely. I thought the Sphere Beetle stuff moved along nicely. I think it was a really good sort of middle ground. I think last week kind of set it up, even though we've been following it for the year. But like last week was a kind of start of the finale, and this was a good middle chapter for that.
Yeah.
So let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope they nail the ending. I remember what happens right at the end of the episode next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah, okay. Oh, great. That sounded promising.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that, will we? Did you notice this episode was also the first time that T'Pol called Trip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because they made a bit of a point of it when she said it.
Yeah, because he was about to walk out all huffy.
Yeah.
She was like, Trip. And then he's like, oh, what did you call me?
You were allowed to call me that?
Commander Tucker, what are we doing here? Are you still my boss?
You crossed a line.
All right, let's get into it and we can talk some more as we go.
Okie
We start with the Reptilian interrogation room where Hoshi is getting harassed, beat up. Well, they don't really beat her up. They just try to talk her into helping them. And
intimidate.
She's like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Nah, don't worry about it. Nah.
Not going to help.
No. And then he says, if you refuse, we'll have no further use for you. Yep. That's the idea.
That's kind of the point, right?
That's kind of the idea, but the reptilian brains.
Yeah. Yeah. Tiny little things.
And then he says that we're going to see how defiant she is after the surgeons have finished with her. Bom, bom, bom. And then we go to the opening credits, which we skip.
Thank fuck.
We come back to the launch bay, just as the shuttle pod is getting back on Enterprise from last week's episode. Mm-hmm. Hayes is in the launch bay waiting for his man to come out of the ship, and he doesn't. And Reed tells him that he's dead, Jim. They also find out that Hoshi's been taken, and that they get the update of what's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hayes and Reed have a bit of a moment. Hayes is like, I'm sure you did everything you could. I'd appreciate a full report.
I mean,
What? He already told you.
Yeah.
There was an automated defense mechanism. He was killed. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Done all I could.
What else?
What else do you need? No.
What else do you need?
Sorry. Do you want to
report given?
Yeah. There you go.
You want me to write that down for you?
Hang on, let me just get a strip of paper.
Yeah. Sphere automated defense mechanism. We cut to Degra's ship. Archer storms into the Xindi that are in the room and demands to know where they are.
Yeah.
The reptilians and insectoids that have taken off with the weapon. One of them says that we're trying to find them. They're inside the vortex. It's very difficult to find them. Archer says they could be going to Earth.
Nah, shit. No.
I know, right? Really? What would make you think they want to go there? Anyway, they said they can't deploy the weapon yet anyway because they don't have all the arming sequences they need. They only have 2 and they need 3. And each species of Xindi have their own.
I mean, there's no possible way around that.
No.
Ever.
Until...
It's locked in place.
Archer just goes, wait. They took my communications officer. Maybe they're going to use her to...
decode something.
Oh my God.
Who would have thunk it? Stupid.
Then we cut to the command center on the ship. T'Pol and Trip are going through the data they recovered from the sphere last week. They're not having much luck.
Nope.
Trip saying that he wishes Hoshi was there, hope she's doing okay. And T'Pol gets a bit snappy. Like, we're here to analyze data, not speculate on Insensato's fate.
Yeah.
Like, bitch.
Calm down.
After she snaps, Trip asks if she's okay, and she just says that we can't be distracted, just as Archer walks in and asks if they've had any luck. And they think that they've found that one of the spheres is giving out a different signal to some of the others. So some of them are like connector spheres.
Yeah.
So it's creating like a subspace energy grid, but some of them are, like controlling spheres. Yeah. So they've designated one of them Sphere 41. I don't know why 41. Sure. It's the closest one to them, but anyway.
Yeah.
And so they think that if they can disrupt that, then they can disrupt the entire grid. But they're not sure if that's going to work. But that's the idea.
So you wouldn't have a backup system.
No. If you're a transdimensional alien building spheres to, transform the very fabric of space so that it's inhabitable, you wouldn't have a backup plan.
No, that's right.
You'd only have one answer and stick to it.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
That sphere goes down, the whole plan goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No redundancies.
No.
Ridiculous.
No, wouldn't want that.
No.
What a waste.
We cut to the reptilian cell. They're about to inject Hoshi with some Xindi parasites to control her brain. And before they do, they give her a bit of a talk. Like, it's going to invade your neocortex. Before you're too badly damaged to understand, I want to thank you for helping us destroy your world. Hoshi spits in his face. They inject her. She screams. We cut away.
Yeah.
To the situation room, where they're trying to figure out where the reptilians have gone with the weapon, and it turns out they stopped 4 light years away. They didn't head for Earth after all, because they're trying to arm the weapon, and they can't do that with the propulsion system online,
which
makes no sense at all.
It seems like a big design flaw, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Put the brakes on. We need to hit the power.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wouldn't you want to do that on transit? Like,
yeah.
It's like, get it ready on the way.
It makes no sense at all, because if you're going to go into the vortex with an armed weapon of that mass destruction, why would you want to arm it before you got into the vortex? And you wouldn't want it to have to be armed right at the end, like you go through the vortex and then you have to start the whole startup sequence, which was obviously clearly takes a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get there, and then all these ships can have the time to destroy you before you can even turn your weapon on.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
The Xindi are useless.
Yeah, they're stupid, which is why they have outside help. I mean...
Well, that's true.
You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that's why we never see them again after Enterprise.
Yeah, that's right. Clearly something happened.
Anyway, Archer asks how quickly we can get there, and they say that it's probably not wise to just rush there. They've got heaps of vessels now, like a dozen ships are around them, and they're outgunned, so we need more help. And Archer's like, what about the aquatics? Can we get them? And I'm like,
powerful ships.
Probably not. They're probably not convinced by your evidence. So Archer says, well, that was before the Reptilians murdered Degra and stole the weapon. You're looking at civil war. How about I go talk to them again?
Well, not a bad idea.
Why not?
Yeah. Worth a shot.
Worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
And then Earth gets destroyed, and
the
Xindi get destroyed, and the sphere beetles take over the entire quadrant.
Yeah.
But
at least,
that's worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's just the worst thing that can happen. But that's okay.
Yeah, don't mind that. We cut to Degra's ship, and the humanoid dude is talking to an aquatic on the view screen, and this time we don't get subtitles, so we have no idea what the fuck they're saying. But in the end, they agree to meet.
Yeah.
Then we go to the aquatic ship. Time passes. Archer and his two Xindi allies are waiting to speak to the aquatics, who who swim up to the window, and Archer states his case.
Yeah. Just basically help us because they suck and we're better, and
they're going to destroy you. Like the spheres are going to destroy this area of space. Like, what are you going to do once they win? Like, help us so that I can help you.
Yeah, help me to help you. Help me to help you.
And the aquatics aren't interested. They're like, nah, we'll think about it, whatever. And they start to swim away. And then Archer says, we think we can destroy or stop the spheres from doing their thing. Like, we can stop the spheres. We can disable them. And then they're like, what? What did you say?
Give us a second.
Please hold. So, yeah. They're very interested because they say, well, actually they don't say anything in that scene. They do join the fight, but they don't say it in that scene.
No. 3 hours later.
3 hours
Which is
later.
a lot shorter than normal, because do they go straight to the hallway after that?
No.
Oh.
No. After this scene, we cut to the weapon and we see it surrounded by ships, and then we cut to inside the weapon control area.
Oh, that's
where Hoshi's they've got her
at the console, and she's trying to break through the sequence
encryption.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they get all angry because she was smart and didn't actually get anywhere. And then she tries to run away, and she runs past all those little areas that don't have a safety rail.
Yes.
That down into the engine. So she runs past all the open areas to a safety rail to then try and jump over the safety rail and kill herself so that they can't get her to help.
Because she was trying to not kill herself first and then got stuck.
Oh, and then
she was trying to run away, and then they came from the other direction, and she was like, oh, fuck, now I've got nowhere else to go.
So she tried to jump the only safety rail on the thing.
Correct.
Yeah, instead of going under it or anything, tried to go over it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't go under it.
My head went there too. So she does that, and then they take her away.
Yes.
And then they find out that she actually added another encryption code.
Yes. She added more encryption. She made it harder for them, not easier. Good job, Hoshi. Good job.
Excellent.
Yep. Can we talk about the design of this interior for a minute?
Yeah. You go.
I hated it.
I thought you might.
I just think it looked so cheap.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah.
Like it had that gyroscopy blobby thing in the middle that was moving around. And then it just, I don't know, it just looked boring. And then they just put some purple and green lights on to try to give it some sort of weird look. And it just failed for me. It was a big fail.
Yeah.
It looked cheap. It looked shitty.
I don't like anything that doesn't look functional.
Yeah.
Like I don't like anything that looks like, why would you design it that way?
And
like,
I don't understand why the reptilians have rooms that they go to sit in the hot light.
Yeah.
If they like the hot light, why aren't all the rooms flooded with the hot light?
Yeah.
They're reptilians.
Well, on the reptilian ship, it should be exactly that way. Their bridge should not be dark.
No.
It would be bright. It would be hot lights everywhere. Yeah, because that's their environment. Just like the aquatics don't just have a little tank next to them that they dip into every now and then.
That's right.
The whole ship is filled with water.
Yep. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, the aquatics are the ones that built the weapon, apparently. So, yeah, I guess that explains why.
Well, on the sphere, that makes sense because it's not going to be custom built for any of them.
Correct.
Because it's not even built for
it
the
doesn't
aquatics.
Explain the shitty lighting.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't explain the purple and green lights
No.
that just look like a really bad Halloween decoration.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It doesn't explain having cells and shit on it either. Like
Didn't
it's
like
a
it.
weapon. It's not
Didn't like it.
It's just nothing. None of it made sense to me at all.
Nope.
Like, yeah.
Anyway. Jinx. We cut to the command center, and T'Pol and Trip are still working on the sphere problem.
Yeah.
And T'Pol makes another couple of suggestions, and Trip shuts it down, and then she cracks the shits. Like, you dismissed all of my proposals.
It's like, well, that's because they're all going to like cause the ship damage or to explode.
He's like, girl, you okay? She's like, everything that's happened recently has caused me to become slightly emotional.
Yeah, think.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, think.
And this is when he starts to walk away, and she says, Trip. Oh. And he stops walking away, and they have a little moment. Then they get back to work.
Yeah.
Then we cut to the reptilian bridge. The dark reptilian bridge. And Olam says the council has been disbanded. The weapon is under our control. Excellent. He's talking to the builder. I should have said.
Yeah, probably should have said that.
Probably should have said that. And the builder says, deploy it immediately.
Well,
when I say it's under our control,
yeah,
we still haven't got the third launch code, and we've encountered some.
Yeah.
The longer you delay, the more likely the timelines will shift against you.
Well, you can help with that because you're a time traveler.
What? That's not possible.
Look back and get the damn codes, bitch.
No, we can only see large fluctuations. We can't look. The fine details are obscured.
Sure, so you have all this power, but you can't do that.
Everything we've done has been to protect the Xindi.
Trusting you less and less, bitch. I mean, yes, of course, we shall do this. Of course, we'll have all the power.
She says, unless you want the humans to win, I suggest you find a way to launch the weapon. She's a bossy bitch.
She is.
And then we cut to the command center. T'Pol is saying that they have found interspatial manifolds on Sphere 41, which is likely what they're using to connect all the spheres together. So
a couple of torpedoes right down the center of those should do it. Plug the exhaust with a couple of those.
With an X-Wing?
Yeah. Yeah. Should explode.
Yep.
Those big moon-sized Earth destroyers.
It's not moon size, but yep, I get it. I get the reference. It is a sphere. I will forgive you for making a Star Wars reference on this podcast. Yep. It's only allowed when Dad's here. We cut to the docking hatch on Enterprise as the Xindi humanoid comes in and Archer asks, any word? Do we know what the aquatics are doing? What's happening? Give me the deets. He says, nah, mate. It's only been 3 hours.
Yeah.
Chill. Take a chill pill, mate.
Takes them 6 hours to decide whether they even want to come and make a decision.
Yeah.
6 days.
That's right.
Fucking hell. That's a lot.
Archer makes a reference to, if we destroy the weapon, was to stop any of you all from building another one. And the humanoid Xindi does a politician's answer and doesn't really answer it.
Yeah. Pretty much
says Degra believed there was a future between our people, and when this is over, I intend to see if he was right. But really, what I'm saying is nothing.
Yeah.
If it turns out you're a cunt, I'm going to blow you up.
That's pretty much exactly what he's saying. He's like, if you don't treat me nice after this, we will make another one.
Yeah.
And we've proved how to do it.
Yep. And we know to make the propulsion system not reliant on the weapon being off. Yeah. The next one will be better.
Yeah. We know.
We cut to the bridge. There are 6 vessels approaching the Enterprise, and they're all aquatics. Yay! Woohoo! Reinforcements. They say they agree to help intercept the weapon as long as you honor the agreement and attempt to disable the spheres.
And he nods.
Yep.
That's it.
He nods.
Doesn't say yes, just nods.
Then we cut to the sphere builder's realm. And they're talking about how the developments have affected the timeline and they continue to fluctuate. However, most timelines now indicate the humans will prevail and that it's time for them to intervene because we can't let that happen. We cut to the weapon control area with Hoshi again. Hoshi's brain dead, basically.
Yeah.
But the job is done. The third launch code has been accessed. So they take her back to her cell and they initiate the pre-arming protocols. And then we get an external shot of Enterprise and the aquatic ships and all of the good guys flying around as we get a captain's log saying that they're preparing to enter the Xindi vortex thanks to the help from the aquatics. And if everything goes to plan, we expect to intercept the weapon in less than 2 hours. Yeah, while this is going on, we also see some of the Makos grabbing weapons from random lockers. And
from everywhere.
Yep. And so they're off. They're ready to go. In the armory, Reed comes in to see Hayes and asks if the boarding party has been assembled. And he says, yep, ready to deploy on your command. And this is when we get the moment with Reed and Hayes talking about Corporal Hawkins' death last week, and
he hands him the report.
Yeah, that's just a little handwritten note, right?
Yeah.
It says, automated system, did my best, guy dead.
Yeah, guy dead. I forgot his name, but guy dead.
Corporal something.
Corporal cannon fodder.
Anyway, they have this moment. It's not very exciting.
Oh, it was so bad, and I don't even want to go anyway.
Well, Hayes says that, you're the senior tactical officer, but it's my team.
Yeah.
And then literally a minute later says, no, we're all part of the same crew. We're all one team.
Nobody feels like we're separate anymore. It's like...
You just said they're your team.
Yeah, that they're yours and you feel responsible for your team. But...
what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Like, can you talk... properly? Do you even know what you're trying to say here? He's just a cockhead.
Anyway, they have a moment. It's a fail.
An
it's
attempted
a fail.
Moment.
It's a fail. Moment. Yeah.
Like, just bad. It's
then
bad writing. That's what it is.
Yes. Then we cut to the captain's mess for another character moment with Trip, T'Pol and Archer having dinner together, which they haven't done in quite a while.
A long time.
But that's nice. They're waiting to get going, so they're just having dinner and talking about what they're going to do once it's all over. And Trip says he's going to buy everyone a round of drinks. And DePaul's thinking about leaving the Vulcan Science Directorate permanently and becoming a Starfleet officer, which
pretty cool.
Archer says he's willing to help pull some strings to make that happen, so she doesn't have to go through basic training. And Trip says, "Can you imagine the look on Savol's face when he sees her in a Starfleet uniform? Please let me be there." Yeah. Anyway, she says, "I said I was considering it." So anyway, we'll see what happens next season, I guess. And then they get a tactical alert from the bridge. So they rush up there because the weapon is starting to be armed. On the Reptilian ship, they're talking about the final arming sequence beginning. Then an alarm sounds and a bunch of ships come out of the vortex ready to attack. Enterprise is hiding within an aquatic ship.
Yeah.
But the aquatic ship lets it out, and then they start fighting. And they fight for ages. And they fight some more. And then they fight.
Yep.
T'Pol locates Ensign Sato or Hoshi on one of the Reptilian vessels, but they can't get a transporter lock. But she's somewhere on the first 3 decks. So, great. Can't pinpoint the exact location. Archer says, "Send Major Hayes." So they beam the Makos over to rescue Hoshi. While this is going on, the Reptilians are yelling about having to deploy the weapon immediately, and it's going to take another 5 minutes, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Hayes finds Hoshi and knocks out one of the guards with a taser, grabs Hoshi, pulls her off to the beam-in site so they can get back. Then we see the sphere builders. They say, "It's time to do our thing."
Yeah.
Time to do our thing.
Yeah, because it's getting more and more likely that the humans are kicking our ass.
Yep. So they turn a sphere on, and all the little cracks in the sphere start to light up and spin around or whatever, and it starts throwing off huge energy waves.
Yeah.
And on the bridge of the Enterprise, we hear that a massive anomaly is forming near the weapon, and then 2 more. And we see the bulkheads ripple, and like these are the big, colourful anomalies that we saw in the Harbinger episode, not the invisible ones that they couldn't see before. These are the big bad ones.
Big ones. Big horrible ones.
Yeah. So Travis is trying to navigate between them while still staying in weapons range of the weapon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting more and more difficult. And we see aquatic ships, and we see other Xindi ships getting destroyed in these anomalies.
That aquatic ship blowing up was pretty cool.
Yeah, because it sort of cracks and all the water comes flying out.
It sort of crumbles and cracks and all that. Yeah, all those. Yeah, that was quite awesome.
Yep. But the anomalies sort of create a barrier between the Xindi and Enterprise and the weapon. But they keep trying. They eventually get the transporter worked, so they get everyone off. But just as Hayes is about to beam off as the last one on the ship, he gets shot just as he gets beamed. So he rematerializes on the Enterprise and falls down in pain.
Yeah. Basically, he's been shot in the chest, but sort of half shot.
Yeah. Yeah. On the weapon control area of the big weapon, they say that they've completed the arming sequence, and they're ready to launch.
Yeah. So open up a thing and let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. It goes. They fly off through the vortex. They're gone, and then we cut to commercial, and then we come back and we're in sickbay. Reed has come in to check in on Hayes as well as Hoshi, but Hayes dies.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was meant to be another moment. It was not.
It was not. And then we cut to the situation room. Archer asks how long it's going to take for them to get to Earth, and they say it's going to be 10 hours. The aquatic ships can't make it in time because they've got powerful weapons but not great speed.
Yeah.
And Degra's ship could make it in time, but it doesn't have decent weapons.
Yeah.
So they're not really sure what the best course of action is. But the Xindi folks are like, we had a deal. We'd help you intercept the weapon.
Yeah.
And you would turn the spheres off.
Yeah.
So Archer's like, okay, well, guess we'll set course for the sphere. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Surely you're going to wait till you've finished what you're doing, like one job at a time. That's right?
It. Like you would. Well, we haven't actually
stop the weapon.
The weapon. So what do you mean help you with the fucking spheres? Because we haven't done this yet.
Yeah. Yep.
Like your people are still trying to destroy mine. So it's not really a bargain here of like that nature.
You wouldn't think so.
Especially when I've only got one fucking ship, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, Archer says we'll set course for Sphere 41. We cut to the armory. Reed hesitates a moment before walking in and then goes in and tells all the Makos that Major Hayes is dead and that we've got less than 10 hours before the weapon reaches Earth and that the captain wants to take a team aboard to destroy it. And it's not going to be easy. And I need 3 volunteers. And all of them step forward. He picks his 3 favorites, I assume.
Yeah.
And then says, assemble your gear. Meet me in the starboard airlock in 10 minutes. We cut to sickbay. They're checking in on Hoshi, but Archer wants to talk to her. And Flock says, no.
Not going to happen.
She's had severe neural trauma. You couldn't even revive her for 2 hours safely.
Yeah.
And Archer says, all right, well, take her aboard Degra's ship because we're going and I need to talk to her before we get there. So ship her on over.
Yep.
And Phlox is angry.
Yeah. So it's not going to happen.
She's in no condition. She suffered a trauma. Like
she needs more treatment.
This could kill her.
Yeah.
And Archer basically says, bad luck.
Too bad. On the ship in 20 minutes.
I want her in the ship in 20 minutes. And you need to stay here because you're needed here. There's too many other injured people. Oh, yeah. And as he walks away, we see that there's injured people lining the corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get an external shot of the weapon in the vortex with a bunch of reptilian and insectoid ships around it. On the reptilian bridge, the insectoids are on the view screen and they're basically saying, not sure anymore that we're doing the right thing. I think maybe we're on the wrong side. I think the insectoids are kind of like, are we the bad guys?
Yeah, like things are adding up that this might not be the way to go.
I didn't think we were the bad guys, but now they are. And the Golem, the head reptilian dude, is like, lucky we've already got your codes. And then cuts the view screen off and blows them up.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even give a fuck.
Nah, he's past the point of giving a shit whether he's right or wrong. He's just doing what he's told.
Yep. Then we cut to the airlock because we're setting up for the finale now.
Oh, yeah.
So Trip and T'Pol are on Enterprise and they're going to head to the sphere. And Archer and Reed and the gang are going to take a Degra's ship, head to the weapon.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode.
And will Earth survive?
Find out next week.
That's it. That's it. Tune in next week to find out.
Yeah.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah. I love Batman 66.
Yeah.
All right, we talked through it. What do you think?
It wasn't too bad. It was good. I mean,
it was a good middle episode.
Yeah, it was a good middle episode. I mean, it wasn't fantastic, like I said before, but it was good. Like, I enjoyed watching it. Like, the character stuff was hit and miss, but it usually is in this series. So,
well, the Reed and Hayes stuff was definitely a miss, but the Trip to Pole stuff was good. Even the three of them having dinner was good.
Yeah,
like even Phlox standing up against Archer for Hoshi. Like Phlox is he's always good, always a win.
He's a brilliant actor. It doesn't matter what you give him. I think he'd be fantastic.
I think so too. But so it had some really good moments, and I think though it was just a couple of little low things.
Yeah, there's a couple of nitpicky things that especially I have issues with, as you would have picked up on.
No,
but other than that, it was actually quite good to watch.
Yeah. All right. And what's the life lesson in this one?
Nothing is ever black and white. Have the mindset to be flexible instead of too steadfast. Listen, understand. Because we had the aquatics listening and on the
we did
fence, and they took the information, and even though they were quicker this time, then we had even the insectoids at the end as well going, oh, hang on a minute, maybe I hit the wrong side. But they were like, everybody makes choices and then you have to review and keep moving. Like,
Yep.
Not everything is black and white. You have to keep making choices.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk IMDb ratings. Our examples of 1 episodes are Voyager's Threshold and Enterprise's Precious Cargo. Examples of 10 episodes are Next Gen's Tapestry and Deep Space Nine's Far Beyond the Stars. What should we rate this episode?
I'm going to go a bit higher than I have been in the last few.
What?
So I'm going to go probably an 8.
An 8? You think this is better than last week's?
Yeah, I think it's better than last week's. I actually enjoyed this one better than last week's. I don't know whether I'm just in a better mood. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what?
I think
last week was a rare 7, and I was like, I thought you were going to go at least maybe on par with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm happy to go down to a 7 because a couple of those, like the hay stuff, really knocked it down a little bit. But I mean, it's a strong heading.
For me, I would say it's still a 7 because,
still a 7?
Like last week was very Trekky in that it was very talky. So it was like whereas this one kept the stakes at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's on par.
On par?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. 7 it is. I'm happy with that.
All right. 7 it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you would like to get in touch and tell us what you thought of this episode or Star Trek in general, please do. You can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and Instagram, just Temporal Directive, or you can email us at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. We'll be back next week with the season finale.
About time.
The last of the Xindi
that we ever see.
Yeah, ever. And that episode is called 0 Hour.
Nice.
Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.